Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
College, we've got you covered. Safe, affordable, health conscious. Our tuition is less than $20,000 a year, and scholarships are available. Make your best decision ever and apply today.
To some, this is just a ball. To Iowa Farm Bureau, it's much more. It's opportunity for small-town kids to make it big. It's our youth, our community leaders, our past, our future. It's hopes and dreams, passion and pride. To Iowa Farm Bureau, this is the reason we work so hard. This is Iowa. Iowa Farm Bureau. People, progress, and pride.
Good afternoon and welcome to Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines. It's the Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. Dart Danielson here with you alongside Jamie Steyer as we bring you the game on the Girls Union Network powered by Mid-American Energy Company. And this is the final quarterfinal of the day in Class 5A as we'll have it set for the semifinals. It's the Waterloo West Wallhawks at 19-1, Iowa City West Trojans at 13-3. For West, they lost a game early and then have won 18 straight, including a 67-63 win over Iowa City West. And Jamie, after that loss, the Trojans have run off 11 straight. So a couple of hot teams coming in here, and then, we got to face you guys. And I don't know if it's facing somebody you know is better or not when you get down here, but either way, the two teams are coming in playing pretty well.
Yeah, I mean these are two of the hottest teams in the state. They've been playing extremely high level basketball. I think that there's a little bit of a chip on the shoulder for Iowa City West. They're wanting to kind of take some revenge on them. But gosh, I mean, what a treat to be able to watch these two teams face off again.
You see their road to the championship here, to the tournament. Ninth state tournament appearance for Waterloo West. They were the Region 3 champion, defeated Iowa City High. For Iowa City West, they defeated Davenport North in the Region 6. They won titles in 2012 and 2018. Waterloo West looking for their first title here. And we'll have that. We're going to talk a little bit more about matchups and some other things coming up in just a bit here. You're watching the Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at Mid-American Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
And that's halftime, folks. I'm Gus Johnson, and it looks like the Clarks are starving. Over to Dad.
He goes for the Casey's app.
2 handmade pizzas.
Incredible! Casey's curbside pickup. What a play! Bringing it home. Boom! He scores with Casey's Pizza. Order any large Casey's Pizza. Score another for just $5.99.
Casey's for the win.
Back in Des Moines at the Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. It's time for our keys to the game, or seeds for Success, brought to you by Kruger Seeds. The next time you're in need of corn or soybean seed, give your local Kruger Seeds dealer a call. Kruger Seeds, first-class seed, first-name service. Learn more at KrugerSeed.com. Let's start with the number 3 seed, the home team, Waterloo West here, Jamie.
Yeah, I mean, Waterloo West, they definitely want to be able to push the ball on offense. They want to be really aggressive on transition, and then they've got to be efficient. They can't have unforced errors. When they're pushing the ball, they want to make sure they're staying under control.
Then for the Iowa City West Trojans, they come in the number 6 seed here. And let's take a look at their Kruger Seeds keys to the game.
Well, just like Waterloo West wants to push the ball, Iowa City West has to get back in transition, try to avoid allowing them to push the tempo there. And they want to attack holes in the defense. They're going to be most likely facing a zone, so they want to see, can we penetrate that zone? And if not, let's hit those outside shots.
This sounds a little bit like that last game we did. One team wants to push it, the other team wants to slow it down here.
It's a battle of the pace, and you know what? We could be surprised because we're seeing another really incredible matchup between some really high-level coaches. So they could make some adjustments that surprise us, but that's what I've been told they're going for.
Sometimes down here at State, things don't go exactly how you laid them out, and you got to adjust on the fly. So we'll talk a little bit more about that when we come back. We'll have our starting lineups and our as we get ready for this final 5A quarterfinal today, Waterloo West and Iowa City West. That's coming up next. You're watching the Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
You are my favorite place to go. You're at the end of my favorite.
You work hard to feed them well. That's why
you are my favorite place to go. You're at the end of my favorite.
You work hard to feed them well. That's why at Fairway, we work hard to give you the freshest produce, the highest quality meat, and the most affordable prices.
I got it.
Fairway Meat and Grocery. It's what we're all about.
Here at the Girls State Basketball Tournament, presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau, I want to remind you fans that the Iowa Bankers Association is proud to help students reach their goals both financially and educationally. That's why they're honored to provide 5 student athletes from this year's basketball tournament with $1,000 scholarships. Follow their Facebook page at facebook.com/Iowa Bankers to see the winners. In just a minute, we'll go over to Tim Fitzgibbons, the PA announcer here, as he introduces the two teams for our matchup today. You look at it, the slight height advantage, a couple players over 6 foot for Waterloo West. Iowa City West, 5'10", pushing that, but size can be important, but it doesn't always matter everything here if you're in the right spot to get the rebounds, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, positioning means so much. So, you know that Iowa City West is going to be fully aware of the size deficit they're facing and hopefully think, hey, if we get in there, we box out really hard, maybe we can draw a couple fouls there, trying to get a little bit too excited on those rebounds.
And clock winding down, ready to go to our PA announcer for starting lineups here.
Good afternoon, basketball fans, and welcome to today's 2021 Girls State Basketball 5A quarterfinal matchup featuring the visiting team, the Iowa City West Trojans, and the home team, the Waterloo West Wahawks. Fans, tradition is an important part of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union's storied history. Because our past is an integral part of what we do today, we ask that everyone in attendance please join in a round of applause to show our appreciation to all the women who have participated in high school athletes in Iowa. Once an Iowa girl, always an Iowa girl. Fans, at this time, the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and the Iowa Farm Bureau would like to recognize the outstanding sportsmanship shown by Iowa City West High School and Waterloo West High School. In recognition of the importance of good sportsmanship, each state qualifying school was asked to nominate a spectator who represents their school and community in a sportsmanlike manner. Katie Carver, a member of the IGHSAU Student Athlete Advisory Committee, will present each nominee with a certificate of recognition and a $250 check payable to their school's scholarship fund. Please join us in honoring these individuals whose decorum and respect for others serves as a model for all spectators attending interscholastic events. From Iowa City West High School, Mary Goodfellow. And from Waterloo West High School, Diana Smith.
The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union encourages positive behavior, pride, respect, leadership, and sportsmanship on the court and in the stands.
Remember what a great privilege it is to see your team compete. Thank you for your attendance and enjoy the game.
And enjoy the game.
And enjoy the game.
Number 2, Lucy Wolf. Number 4, Lucy Schmidt. Number 10, Avery Vest. Number 11, Liv Williams. Number 20, Krisha Kapoor. Number 21, Jenna Saunders. Number 22, Malay Lacey. Number 25, Zola Gross. Number 30, Christiana Washington. And number 44, Phoebe Burt. Your assistant coaches, Nate Fries, Brian Motley, Chris Thorson, Erica Munt, and Ella Dobbitz. Now, here are your non-starters and assistant coaches for the home team of the Wahawks of Waterloo West. Number 10, Isla Jelic. Number 12, Jade Domatab. Number 20, Naya McGee. Number 24, Charlotte Getman. Number 30, Isabel Liederman. Number 34, Denise Martin. Number 42, Sierra Burt. And number 44, Brianna McPoland. Your assistant coaches, Gary Sinwell, A.J. Cassidy, Lincoln Vorba, Dean Whiten, Andrea Harold, Larry Kubitz, Kayleen Orr, and Christian Guido. And now, let's meet your starters for this 5A quarterfinal. For Iowa City West, a 5'5 senior, number 3, Matea Tellis. For Waterloo West, a 5'6 sophomore, number 14, Hallie Polk. For Iowa City West, a 5'5 junior, number 5, Emma Ingersoll Wang. For Waterloo West, a 5'11 senior, number 22, Gabby Moore. For Iowa City West, a 5'8 sophomore, number 12, Mina Tate. For Waterloo West, a 5'11 sophomore, number 32, Sahara Williams. For Iowa City West, a 5'10 senior, number 23, Audrey Cook. For Waterloo West, a 6'1 sophomore, number 40, Sierra Moore. And for Iowa City West, a 5'10 sophomore, number 24, Anna Prouty. For Waterloo West, a 6'3 junior, number 54, Brooklyn Smith. Head coach for the Trojans, B.J. Mayer. And for the Wahawks, Dr. Anthony Pappas. Ladies and gentlemen, now turn your attention to the area in front of the scorer's bench. The officiating crew is assigned by the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union for this contest. Mr. Matt Scholl, Mr. Mark Worth, and Mr. Patrick Ensminger. All right, who's ready for tournament basketball?
Our starters once again for both teams. For Iowa City West, there's your starting lineup. And then for Waterloo West, let's take a look at their starters for today. Before we begin the game, let's thank once again the Iowa Farm Bureau, the proud title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, for their support. The Iowa Farm Bureau has an office located in each county across Iowa. We'd like to thank the offices listed on your screen for the support of the two teams playing in our game today. Thank you, Iowa Farm Bureau, for supporting the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, tap controlled by Waterloo West. They're in the white light uniforms, and Iowa City West in the dark uniforms, and that one goes out of bounds.
And I know that they play a really nice aggressive zone there, and very quickly seeing the impact.
And here comes Iowa City West.
Oh.
Ingersoll Wang with it, looking. Gets it off. Back again, spinning around, and nowhere to go with it. And then it's taken away as good defense inside, and they come back the other way, and it'll go back to Iowa City West.
And once again there, we're seeing them trying to push the ball, but having that unforced error, just pushing a little bit too hard, too fast.
And some of those early jitters here, even if you played before, you're at the state tournament, sometimes starts a little slow. Mina Tate with it, looking to go inside, and it bounces by. And here we go the other way with it. Up, reverse layup, not quite going to get there, and the jump ball will be called, and that'll go back to Iowa City West.
And a little bit more patient there, getting a pretty good look at it, just wasn't able to get it to fall, but not quite pushing the pace quite as drastically there.
So a minute gone, no score yet here in this final semifinal. The winner goes on to play Johnston Thursday. Waukee and Ankeny Centennial will meet in the first game of the day on Thursday in the 5A semifinals. Over to Tate. Tate puts up the jumper. Good, it's a two-pointer. Mina Tate.
Against such aggressive defense, really you have to take whatever is given to you. And if that's a jumper, a step inside the three-point line, so be it.
Out comes Waterloo West with it. Gabby Moore over to Sahara Williams. She'll put up a three and misses.
I tell you what, it's tough to get your perspective here. You're used to having a wall a little bit closer there. It's so deep back behind the hoop that those early shots can be really tough to judge.
Yeah, a lot of times there's more people behind you here on the floor, and not playing down here. It is a little different, even if you played in the past here. Here's the drive. Tellis now bounce passes back outside to Cook. She'll get it off. Looks at the long three, decides to drive is Tate. Now around. Inside, poked away, but a foul will be called on Sahara Williams, I believe. First foul of the ball game here. And Iowa City West inbound on their own bucket to get it out. to Tate. She drives. Now slips it inside. They go back out to Tellis. Baseline, trying to get it into the post, but pretty good defense on Prouty. There's a three up, no good. Rebound Prouty, back up and good.
That's being in the right place at the right time, being aware there, and being able to go right back up. That's a really nice move before the Wahawks get back settled into defense.
Yeah, because she kind of had her back to the basket a little bit, but she realized where she was at. Here's a drive, pull up at the elbow, no good. Rebound, pulled down by Prouty. West on the run. Spin around, up and good by Mina Tate.
Iowa City West not really bothered by the height differential thus far, being able to get those really good shots, and especially when you're pushing the pace. Doesn't matter if someone's 3 inches taller than you if they're not anywhere close.
You beat them down the floor, yeah. Here's a three, short by Polk, and travel called on the rebound.
Yeah, the Wahawks just haven't been able to get anything going thus far. Polk's obviously a really great scorer. She's averaging over 20 points per game, so uncharacteristic to have that many shots not fall for her. But if she keeps getting those open looks, they sure will.
Jenna Saunders into the ballgame for Iowa City West, or IMT Insurance substitution. Here's the three from the left side, rolls around and out. Rebound taken down with authority by Brooklyn Smith. Here's Polk. She'll pull it back. Get the offense going. They got Smith down low. Now they're going to bring everybody into a double stack and split them out. Get it off. Back Smith for three. Good.
That's a pretty
that was
shot.
Williams, yep. Yeah, she squared up and fired that in. Williams on that one. Here's West. Tellis back up top to Prouty. From the top of the key, no good. A rebound battled for, and a foul is going to be called, I think, on Cook.
Yeah, she's been in really good offensive rebounding position. She's been right there, but of course they're just momentum took her a little bit too far. A little bit of contact there. Once someone falls, you kind of have to call it. But love her effort on the offensive boards.
Sierra Moore was trying to stay up.
Right.
And then ended up falling and then ended up drawing the foul on that. The first team foul on Iowa City West. Inside, up and draws the foul. Brooklyn Smith. Cook with the foul, her second.
That's tough because you get those two quick ones. You get one of them, either one of those alone is probably fine, but then when you go down there, you try and get a little bit over-aggressive. Totally understandable, but at a certain point, once the shot's going up, you just can't have your arms coming across her.
Brooklyn Smith misses the first free throw. Second one is good. She's shooting 63% on the season. And it's a 6-4 ball game.
Well,
try to throw it up top. Yep.
Yeah, there's the traps coming into play.
Yeah, now a little poking as she goes up the floor. Ball scrambled around. Somehow kept alive.
A lot of contact.
Polk.
Either way.
She's got good balance. And now a push from behind. I think that's going to go against Liv Williams.
And that's where Iowa City West may be running into these issues because they're going to have to try to be physical down low, and you're going to get called for some fouls.
Quick three from the outside off the inbound. No good. Rebound comes down to Iowa City West. Ingersoll Wang pushes it up the floor. Now she spins. Gets it over to Saunders. They try to go inside to Williams. A little skip, drive, a nice little pop. Nina Tate with 6 points already here.
And that's what they want to do. They want to attack the gaps in that zone. When you draw someone out to the three-point line, you just drive right by them.
Quickly, and Polk almost loses it. Picked up by Sahara Williams. She goes in, and now it's knocked away. Quickly back the other way. Ingersoll Wing goes up, misses it. Ripped down by Sahara Williams. She comes up across behind the back. Here's a three. Good by Gabby Moore.
That's a really big shot. That's a really important shot. That brings them right back in it.
1 point ball game. West had moved out to 6-0 lead to start. Now right back down to a 1 point game. Try to go inside, but good backside defense. Sierra Moore pokes it away. Quickly up ahead. On the run out, up and good. Gabby Moore with her second straight bucket. And West takes their first lead.
Yeah, I mean, senior Gabby Moore, she's obviously ready for this kind of stage. She was great in their last game as well, and continuing with that performance today.
Knocked around, and a foul will be called out front. And Gabby Moore picks up the personal. That is the second on Waterloo West.
Yeah, there's been stretches of a couple in a row, but mostly not a ton of fouls thus far.
Lucy Wolf, one of the subs in on her IMT insurance substitution. And Tate dribbles out of trouble, now into the lane and somehow finds a way to get it up in the bucket.
I mean, the Wahawks are so aggressive with their zone, but it feels like once someone penetrates in there, they get set back a little bit. They have a little bit of trouble recovering on that drive.
Haley Polk brings it up, stops, fadeaway jumper, good.
Just a matter of time before she hit one, but man, that's a tough one to make your first to make.
Yeah, fall away baseline, man. Up ahead to Tate. Now outside for three, no good. Rebound pulled down by Sahara Williams. Williams all the way up and a little too much mustard on that one as it goes over the head of Gabby Moore and into the players waiting for the next game back there.
I mean, Iowa City West didn't make their last shot, but their ball movement, the in and out, is really, really good offense.
Knocked away. It'll stay with Iowa City. Of course, I'd get two teams named West, but I'm trying to keep them straight here.
At least they're not the same colors.
Yeah. That helps some. Bounce pass in, now down on the baseline to Tate, and knocked away as they try to go into the post, and then back, stolen back. Tate picks the pocket the other way, crosses over, stops. Oh, nice look.
Wow. That's smart. You've got a significant height disadvantage.
And Malaya Lacey got the defender up in the air, and after one, it's a 1 point ball game, 12-11 here. You're watching the Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Des Moines. The S's are silent. The fun is always loud. And now it's easy to plan your Des Moines adventure. Introducing the Catch List. A list of all things you can't miss. All the thrills, all the chills, hops, and drops. Des Moines is a city of love that'll put a smile on your face. It's easy to picture yourself here. Find your adventure at catchdesmoines.com/catchlist today.
At Central College, we've got you covered. Safe, affordable, health conscious. Our tuition is less than $20,000 a year, and scholarships are available. Make your best decision ever and apply today.
It's the 5A semifinals of the Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. Hey fans, Central College has a tuition price less than $20,000. That means the college experience that opens doors for a lifetime is now more affordable than ever. Scholarships are still available. Apply today at central.edu. That one slapped away by Tate.
I mean, Mina Tate just so agile, so active on defense there. Really good athlete, able to jump up there and get her hands on a lot of balls.
And they're doing what they tell you to do. Keep your hands up on defense because you're going to swat something away eventually. Up top with it, Gabby Moore. Now over to the corner for three. Rolls down and good by Sierra Moore. And West takes the lead back. Back the other way. Up and good by Haley Polk. Now West has built a 4-point lead, their biggest of the game. And Polk will get called for a poke. Foul.
Yeah, I mean, Waterloo West came out of that quarter just ready to fire and really good offense, and then good defense leads to offense. But here, Iowa City West a really good chance to slow things down again and get a good shot.
3 team fouls now on both teams. Outside fake. Now they'll bring it back around. Still rotating, looking for a seam here. Get it out to Tellis. Now go inside to Prouty. There's a three. No good. Rebound backside up and good. By Mina Tate. That's her 10th point already here in the first half.
I mean, she's been in the right spot very intentionally and doesn't hesitate to finish. She gets the ball and she goes right back up with it.
Gabby Moore over to Sierra Moore. Now we rotate it around out to Polk for three. Short. Poked around in there. Battle for it. And a tie-up will go to Iowa City West as Prouty and Sierra Williams went down and tied it up.
And Iowa City West has been having really good success on offense with just having pump fakes. I mean, Waterloo West is so excited to be able to get into passing lanes and get a hand on passes that they'll jump at almost any fake given.
Getting them to leave their feet. They're trying to trap a little bit, but West is moving the ball. Here's a three. Good. By Mina Tate. She's got 13 now and is giving the lead back to Iowa City West by 1. They led by 6 in the early going as they got off to a 6-0 start. Polk runs that one down. Now left baseline for three. Good! The answer by Gabby Moore.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that any team is going to be able to maintain a lead for real long at any point in time. It's so back and forth.
Drive, the kick, the fake.
The fake.
And the jumper is off. No good. Put back, no good. Battle for it. Now they'll just pull it out of there.
Smart when you're undersized.
Yep, Cook decided to get it out. Long for three. Wang.
Good from the long line on that one. Not the first one we've seen today.
No. Iowa City West back up by 1. Sierra Moore with it. Looked into Brooklyn Smith. Now outside for three. Rolls around and out. Rebound pulled down by Ingersoll Wang.
And Waterloo West not hitting the offensive boards real hard. Pretty easy for Iowa City West to pull it out.
Drive and kick again. This time they get over there quickly. Trying to trap up high. Wang backs in. Cook looked at the three, decided to get it back. Now
Ooh.
Tate goes inside, back up top. No good. Rebound pulled down by Gabby Moore. Moore gets it up ahead to Sahara Williams and a travel call. And back in for Iowa City West, Lucy Wolf, an IMT insurance substitution. Learn how you can be worry-free at imtims.com. So 1 point separating them here. And a step on the baseline.
Getting spread out a little bit too far. Just with the zone pushing up, you're trying to gain space, and not enough space there.
And the top two on the zone, they're coming out and trapping all over, so you got to kind of watch. And as you said, that time they got spread out. So here comes Waterloo West trying to take the lead back. Tapped away. Tellis runs it down, puts it in. Her first bucket of the day. And a 3-point lead for Iowa City West. Waterloo inside, back outside for three. No good. Rebound comes off to Tellis. Bounce in the middle. They try to go quick over, but Sierra Moore slaps it away.
Now, not an open pass there, but I love that Mina Tate's been, scoring bunches of points here, but her instinct is still to look for the open teammate.
And stolen away by Williams. Up ahead. Ow! She almost was able to finish that. Gabby Moore up in the air.
Really good hustle getting back on defense there.
Lucy Wolf called for the personal. That's the 4th team foul. And
had a stretch there with a couple quick fouls, but since then, Iowa City West has really shored things up, and they've been able to play aggressive without really being too overly concerned about things like the bonus or, the one player with the 2 fouls in Audrey Cook.
So Polk gets the free throw. She's got one more coming. 66% free throw shooter, and she hits both of them there. She's got 6 points. Timeout, Waterloo West. A 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. And 21-22. Good back and forth, still trying to. That early first quarter seemed like, nerves and jitters trying to figure things out a little bit, but they've kind of settled in and trying to work their offenses, both these teams.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's less of people making big mistakes and just the other team forcing things so significantly. They're both able to have such aggressive defense that it makes it really hard to settle in. The one thing that I'm surprised with is that Waterloo West still isn't really pounding the ball inside. They're shooting a lot of threes, and considering the height advantage they have, I would look for them to start trying to get inside if those threes aren't falling still.
So out of the timeout, it'll be Iowa City West with the ball and a 1-point lead here as the first half goes below 4 minutes. Inside and then jumping in and taking it was Smith, and then there's a foul called on Iowa City West.
On the other hand, Iowa City West forcing it inside a little bit more than maybe you would like. With how packed in that zone is under the hoop, a really tough pass to make.
Tellis with the first personal, 5th team foul on Iowa City. They lob it over far side to Gabby Moore, back up top. They're going around the top, and that one is off, no good. Rebound pulled out on the run out, but stepping in and taking it away is Williams. Good anticipation by her.
Oh, yeah. I mean, her eyes are always up. She's a smart player.
Polk gets it partially blocked, so it goes off the side of the basket. And here comes Iowa City West. Look at the three Wolf did. Now drives, puts it up, gets it blocked from behind. And it'll go back to Waterloo West. A good block by Brooklyn Smith. There's a little bit of that size showing up there.
Yeah, exactly. I like the penetrate, but maybe look for the kick at the end.
Gabby Moore with it to Sierra Moore. Back to Gabby. Sierra will put up the three. No good. And goes out of bounds to Iowa City West.
Getting back to what, or rather who, was giving them success in the rest of the first half, getting Mina Tate back in there.
Yeah, Mina Tate back in on her INS insurance substitution. Yeah, she's got 13 points. 13 of their 22 here in the first half. Got a little breather. Here's a stop and pop and a foul. Will be 2 shots. Sierra Moore with her first. 4th team foul. And sends Lucy Wolf to the free throw line.
See, I like that shot that she took because she pulled up. She got past the defender. She got him up in the air. She took that one dribble, and instead of going into the trees and maybe getting blocked, she took the open shot and ended up drawing the foul for it.
She gets both free throws. And shooting 43% coming in. Back in is Anna Prouty. Another IMT insurance substitution for Iowa City West. And out goes Malaya Lacey. And here comes West. Now trailing by 3. And there's a three-pointer to tie. Gabby Moore. They call that a 2, I believe.
Yeah, it looked like it was just a step in.
Step in. So a 1-point ball game. Fake, stop, almost did it again. Now they go outside for a 3, and that one's a 3. Wow. No doubt about that one.
Yep. Well, that's where you fake, you make the pass, and then you get that secondary pass. Everyone is so far over that it's wide open on the opposite side.
Mina Tate now has 8 in each quarter right now with 16 points. There's a 3-way poke.
Tipped again, I think.
Yep. Back the other way, looked at the 3. Wolf did. Now kicks it back outside. They go in and out to Tellis. Tellis, had a wide open down the lane if she could have got Prouty. Poke all the way down, up and good.
Smart not to foul there. Just kind of lunge your hand out like you might, but don't foul.
And now a foul here on Iowa City West.
And Iowa City West trying to determine who's triggering it in. Little extra breather there.
Yeah. Gabby Moore with the foul.
Wow.
Oh, she contorted but couldn't quite get it to go. And then not a good pass out as it's picked off by Wolf. Down the lane, poked away by Poke. She goes down. Now for 3, no good, and we're in scramble mode right now. Poke throws it across the floor over to Williams. Sierra Williams down the lane, up and good. Wow.
Yeah. Nice to have a little bit of pause there, I think, for Iowa City West. Don't want to give up the shot, but to be able to reset and regather.
After all that, we're tied up here with 28 seconds to play first half. They throw it over to Tellis. Tellis double team, kicks it up top to Mina Tate. She's been the scorer for them in the first half. They get it back to her. 15 seconds, plenty of time.
Trying to take as much time as possible.
Tate pulls it back. Now they rotate it over for 3. Wolf, no good. Rebound comes off. Can they get a shot away? No. Won't count. And, well, we played 2 quarters and we're right back where we started. 27-all here at the Girls State Basketball Tournament, presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau, the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at Mid-American Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
The Iowa Farm Bureau is proud to present this amazing state tournament and celebrate the accomplishments of Iowa's top teams and student athletes. To the Iowa Farm Bureau, this is more than just a sport. It's a chance for a small town kid to make it big. It's our future leaders. It's a reason to do more, to be more. And it's that farm strong spirit that can be found only in Iowa. Congratulations to the student athletes, the coaches on a successful year. And remember, the task ahead of you is never greater than the strength within you.
I hear you're looking for a great college where you can get an affordable education. SWIC is the place for you.
I appreciate the personalized attention.
And I've gotten to meet people from all around the world.
The SWIC student housing is incredible.
I like SWIC's hands-on training.
And I'll start my career in 2 years.
I can schedule my classes online or face-to-face.
SWIC feels like a community, like family,
like home. SWIC is a place for you.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics. Because on our team, and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
Here at the Girls State Basketball Tournament, presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau, halftime Iowa City West, Waterloo West, tied at 27-all. Dar Danielson, Jamie Steyer here, and Iowa City West led by 1 after 1, but both teams kind of finding their footing, getting the offense going a little bit here, figuring out how to work over the defense, even though they played each other before, a whole different thing when you're at the state tournament, and kind of worked through that early in the first quarter, and now getting things worked out a little bit here, Jamie.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, a really big thing is you have to be ready for anything when you're in the state tournament. You're going to be throwing out some schemes, some ideas that maybe you haven't used during the rest of the season, because this is, win or go home. But having other players ready to step up, generally you'd be expecting most of the scoring to be going through Audrey Cook, maybe some of Matea Tellis, but for Iowa City West today, Mina Tate absolutely going off, doubling her points per game just in the first half, averaging just over 8 and dropping 16. But really great effort, and I think we're going to get the same here in the second half. There will be some adjustments made, but it's going to continue to be a close game.
We'll take a little bit closer look at the scoring in just a bit, but now we'd like to take a moment and once again thank our title sponsor, Iowa Farm Bureau, for their support of the state basketball tournament. Earlier this week, Tom Florian of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union had the opportunity to sit down with Iowa Farm Bureau President Craig Hill to learn more about the Iowa Farm Bureau's support to the Girls High School Athletic Union and student athletes across the state.
And we'd like to welcome you into the halftime show. I'm Tom Florian with the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. We hope you've enjoyed the first half of action here at today's game. The Iowa Girls State Basketball Tournament here now in its 102nd edition in Des Moines, a great event for the state of Iowa. And we here at the Girls Union are so thankful for those who support us in putting on this fantastic event, none of which are more important and great as Iowa Farm Bureau, our proud title sponsor. Joining me now here at halftime is President of Iowa Farm Bureau, Craig Hill. Craig, good to see you.
Good to see you, Tom.
Well, thank you so much for joining us here. We want to tell the viewers about Iowa Farm Bureau and the support that you provide to the Iowa Girls Union. My first question to you would be, why does the Iowa Farm Bureau invest and support the Iowa Girls Athletic Union?
Oh, well, Tom, the Iowa Farm Bureau has been the title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union now for 16 years. And we're thrilled, once again, to be a part of what we consider to be the best girls' state tournament in the country. And it does showcase Iowa's elite teams, our elite players, and I would suggest our elite fans as well. But we recognize the pandemic. It has certainly made the trip to qualify for this tournament just a little bit more challenging. And, I would suggest that it's also a testament to the ability of our student athletes to adapt and to persist through these tough times. So we're just so proud of these student athletes.
And you mentioned the student athletes and how they've grown and persevered through this challenging year. Talk about why Iowa Farm Bureau is so invested in supporting Iowa's youth.
Oh, well, Tom, I'm a farmer, but I've always said that our kids here in Iowa are our most important crop. And that's why the Iowa Farm Bureau provides just over $250,000 in scholarships to students each and every year. More than $450,000 over the last 8 years for Iowa's teachers in terms of classroom supplies, as well as our sponsorship of 4-H and FFA and many other youth organizations, but of course the Governor's Scholar Program. And we recognize academic students academics and students in Iowa through that program.
And you mentioned recognizing and providing recognition and scholarship opportunities for youth in Iowa. But these student athletes here on the court today, they're actually taking home some other types of souvenirs, if you will, from the state tournament. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Well, each player will receive a signature ball, a basketball that coaches and players can sign. Everyone can keep as a keepsake and kind of a reminder of what the journey has been to get them here to the state tournament. So it's an opportunity for us to provide some good memories and keep that keepsake in front of them as they go on as being leaders in Iowa in our communities.
A cool keepsake, most definitely. Well, Craig, we are out of time here at halftime, but I want to thank you again for your support of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and everything that you do. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Tom.
Mid-American Energy and you, together, partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
They say that imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. Maybe that's why scientists are trying to recreate real meat. To duplicate the taste and texture, often using more than 20 ingredients. But why tamper with what Mother Nature already perfected? A more complete, high-quality protein, Iowa raised meat is the original health food, with 9 essential amino acids necessary for the human diet, nutrients that are hard to get from plant-based proteins. Best of all, the real meat on your dinner table tonight was sustainably raised with love by Iowa farm families. As much as people may try, there's just no substitute for the taste, texture, and nutrition of nature's perfect protein. But hey, keep at it. It's flattering that so many products want to be us.
Sometimes people who seem to know everything...
Dental insurance? Costs a fortune, and it covers nothing.
Don't. For instance, personal plans from Delta Dental cut the cost of many procedures in half. So be careful what you hear.
How important are teeth anyway?
Get the facts. Contact Delta Dental about saving with personal dental plans today.
Des Moines, the S's are silent. The fun is always loud. And now it's easy to plan your Des Moines adventure. Introducing the Catch List. A list of all things you can't miss. All the thrills, all the chills, hops and drops. Des Moines is a city of love that'll put a smile on your face. It's easy to picture yourself here. Find your adventure at catchdesmoines.com/catchlist today.
And that's halftime, folks. I'm Gus Johnson, and it looks like the Clarks are starving. Over to Dad.
He goes for the Casey's app.
2 handmade pizzas.
Incredible! Casey's curbside pickup. What a play! Bringing it home. Boom! He scores with Casey's Pizza. Order any large Casey's Pizza.
Well, welcome back to Wells Fargo Arena, the Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau and the Girls Union Digital Network powered by Mid-American Energy. Darn Danielson with you and reminding you that official state tournament merchandise is now available online. Get your smartphones out and scan the QR code on your screen or visit the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union.org to browse and customize the merchandise to match your style. And Jamie Steyer with me here taking a look at first half stats. One that sticks out right away is 16-9 rebounding advantage for Iowa City West, Jamie. 11 of those defensive rebounds.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're playing really great defense. Waterloo West is getting shots off, but they're shots that Iowa City West is happy to give them. And so they're missing those shots. They're getting the defensive rebounds. And then, of course, having 5 offensive rebounds certainly helps. Getting some good looks there and have 7 second chance points to show for it.
Waterloo West, 4 of 15 three-pointers, 3 of 11 for Iowa City West. And we've got, we talked about it, Mina Tate with 16 points, 10 Gabby Moore to lead Waterloo West, 8 for Hallie Polk. So Mina Tate leading the way there, not much scoring out of anybody else, but if they can pick that up a little bit here in the second half, that would help.
And, I mean, having her on the court and shooting well, she hasn't missed yet. She's been taking great shots. She's been still finding her teammates. She's not forcing anything. And having someone who's having such a great game like Mina Tate out on the court means that Waterloo West has to expend more energy, knowing where she is, being ready to defend her. It opens things up for the rest of her team. I'm sure that Coach Meyer's been over there drawing up some plays, trying to get some other people involved, open things up. But to have someone able to go out and kind of carry the team through that first half where they sometimes struggled to score. Then they can kind of start over and say, okay, you know what? They're going to focus on Mina. Let's get some other people going here in the second half.
Yeah, you mentioned 7 of 7 from the floor, 2 of 2 from three-point range. So she is shooting perfect so far on the afternoon. The winner now will advance to play Johnston, the defending state champion number 2 seed, advanced with the 71-64 win over Cedar Falls. Waukee down Dowling Catholic, and Ankeny Centennial beat Southeast Polk at a buzzer beater. Now, hang on, we could be in the line for another buzzer beater here the way this one is going.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Tied at 27 here. West will start with the ball. They kick it outside to Moore. Now inside, turnaround Smith powers it up and off, and Smith just drives out of there, slaps it across the floor, but they were able to, Iowa City able to pick it up. Tellis. And a foul be called on Polk.
And I tell you what, she wasn't able to finish down there, Brooklyn Smith, but I like that they are getting the ball inside.
Yeah, that's what you were saying they should do earlier, and they did that time and just
couldn't get the ball, but it will.
And she gave a hard effort to get that rebound. Here's a 3 away, no good. And she'll get, that is Brooklyn Smith with the rebound. They go inside now, looking back, cut, up and good by Sahara Williams.
I tell you, she has a great eye for the ball. She can see where there's that open spot, and really great work securing that pass as well for Sahara Williams.
2-point lead for West. Their biggest was 6 in the first half. That was the same for Iowa City West. Across the top. That's Tate. She gets it off. Back over, driving, and Mina Tate. She's double-teamed there. Back out to Tellis. They'll rotate it back to the left. Screen, not there. And then slapped away, but running it down is Tellis. Tate looked at the free throw line jumper. Now they go outside for 3. It's off, no good. Rebound ripped out of there by Gabby Moore.
And just so much patience there. Didn't get the shot to fall. Didn't force anything, but man.
They must have had a dozen passes.
Yeah,
it seemed like.
Yeah. Tough to come out empty on that kind of possession.
Here's Sierra Moore with it. Over to Gabby Moore. Looking down low to post, but they'll go to the elbow, and nice looking jumper by Brooklyn Smith.
Really nice look there. Just a great high post feed.
So 2 straight buckets by Waterloo West gives them a 4-point lead here in the third. Down the lane, can't handle it, and the double team by Gabby Moore and Brooklyn Smith forced a turnover.
And this is where West, in the first half, they were getting the ball inside a little bit more. They were penetrating and kicking, and here they're just kind of passing it around the outside more. They need to get a little bit more penetration to open things back up.
Haley Polk dribbles around, almost falls, drives to the hole and puts it in. That looked like disaster, but she pulled it out.
Yeah. Somehow was able to bounce right up. And
a 6-point lead, and Iowa City West wants a timeout to talk it over here at the Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
At the Girls State Basketball Tournament, presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau, Dar Danielson, Jamie Steyer, and Jamie. Iowa City West takes a timeout as Waterloo West out to a quick 6-0 start here in the third quarter, and you don't want them to run away too far.
No, that's exactly it. It's not that they're saying, oh my gosh, if we don't stop right now, we're never getting back in this, but Waterloo West is a team that is so capable of both smothering defense and extremely efficient offense. So you just want to calm everyone down, maybe put in a couple wrinkles to change things up and get a good look.
And they throw it in. It's knocked away, and it'll go back to Waterloo West. One official was pointing toward Iowa City, but they conferred, and the down official said no, it went off of Iowa City back to Waterloo.
Just a tough mistake there.
Haley Polk brings it up. They try to go inside, but picked off by Tellis. She anticipated that one. Now has to run it down. Almost lost the handle. Pull up three. Good! In transition.
And really, that's all it takes to feel really good about where you're at. You just got to hit that first one of the half, and you're moving.
Yep, cuts the lead right down in half by Ingersoll Wang with the shot. Polk has to run it back down. Now gets it inside to Sarah Williams underneath, up and good.
It's a nice cut.
Yep, Brooklyn Smith.
And just pressuring the guards a little bit too much and leaving the hoop pretty open.
Dribbling in. Ingersoll Wang gets it off. And then a foul inside. Must have been a hold as she tried to cross the lane there.
Yeah, getting a little bit chippy between Ingersoll Wang and Pook down there. But
Polk's third.
She's been playing really nice aggressive defense, but you just got to be careful with those, especially when you've got a couple fouls.
2 team fouls on West, none on Iowa City here. Waterloo West, none on Iowa City West. Here's a three off the inbound, no good, short rebound. They try to save it in, but Polk is there to get it, and then Polk dribbles it off her foot, but is able to keep it alive. There. And they'll get the offense going again. Moore goes over for three, no good. The miss by Gabby Moore, and then a foul on the rebound coming out.
And you notice there that Iowa City West, they're closing out on Moore, but they're not jumping at her because they'd rather her take that three than they would have her drive to the hoop.
So here comes Iowa City West, trailing by 5. On the drive, up, no good. Rebound, battle for it, and then they're going to call a foul, I believe, on Sierra Moore as she bumped Tellis on the rebound.
Yeah, I mean, Malay Lacey there just would not give up on getting that rebound.
Back to action, spinning around. Up top to Cook, now outside for three!
Deep once again, my goodness,
Wing.
she has range.
Wang with it now. That's her third three of the game. Over to Polk. Back up top to Moore. Looking inside, posting is Williams. They rotated over. Gabby Moore now poked away. All the way up and good by Tellis.
And that was great defense. I mean, Audrey Cook got her hands on a couple things. She's just long up top, makes it hard to pass around up there, and then a great just poke away and layup.
And we're back tied again. Here's Polk for three. She breaks the tie.
Not a whole lot of daylight there, and especially when you're undersized like Polk, that's a heck of a shot.
Sometimes those are better, though. You have to launch and really get the arc on it, to get over the defense. And she did. It was a beautiful arcer right over the top. Sometimes it forces you to have that great form.
Exactly.
Up top with it, Ingersoll Wang. And then the drive, and she draws the foul.
I mean, she's just so quick. She moves so fast. She's strong. It's a really hard guard for anyone out there on the court.
That's Gabby Moore's, I believe, her third personal. 15 foul. Rebound put back, no good. Battle in there for it and pulled out by Sierra Moore. Up the floor quickly. Up and no good. And then a foul on the rebound is going to go against, I think, Brooklyn Smith. Off the miss by Sarah Williams.
And, we talked about this before the game where even if you're not taller than the other team, if you're in position, then that's good for rebounding. And there, Mina Tate was in the exact right position for the rebound. Brooklyn Smith tried to go through her and was called for the foul for it.
Fouls piling up for Waterloo West. They got 6, none on Iowa City West at this point. That could be a factor here.
Oh, absolutely.
The game stays tight. And knocked out of bounds. And we go to Waterloo West. Iowa City West fans didn't like it that way.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with the call. It looked like it just kind of bumped off her leg. I don't think she realized she was the last one to touch it. Otherwise, you go after it. But
Waterloo West with a 3-point lead, under 2 minutes to play, third quarter. Over to Polk. She drives in, pull up. No good. Rebound taken off by Tate. Mina Tate. She'll go all the way down, throws it outside. Prouty now over for 3, no good. Long rebound, battle for it in the corner, and that'll go to Waterloo West.
You know what I really loved about that is that even though Ingersoll Wing didn't hit the shot, Audrey Cook had the ball. She was ready. She recognized the defender was coming at her. She held onto the ball for that 1 extra second to ensure that the defender couldn't switch from her to the next girl. She got her teammate a wide open shot.
Lucy Wolf in for an IMT substitution for Iowa City West. Spin up and the foul.
I like that. Sahara Williams finally getting rewarded. She's been posting up really hard down there. Iowa City West has been making it extremely difficult for Waterloo West to get the ball inside. They're pressuring the guards, but Sahara West has been there ready every possession.
That's the first team foul on Iowa City West as Williams hits the free throw. She's got 8 points, 61% free throw shooter. Another IMT insurance substitution there, as we get to Anna Prouty back in. Second free throw is good. And Sierra Burt into the ball game for Waterloo West. Waterloo with a 5-point lead over Iowa City. Rotated over to Wolf. She'll drive the lane as it's stripped away. And it'll go to Waterloo.
That's tough because you're attacking, but I mean, you just kind of stumble there. There really wasn't a whole lot of contact.
No, she kind of stumbled trying to go between two. Yeah.
That's what happens when you get deep in there sometimes. That's why once in a while Iowa City West has been pulling up to hit those mid-range shots as opposed to having to try and get in there.
Final minute of the third quarter. They go inside and a quick foul. Called immediately there.
Yep.
On Cook, I think. That's her fourth, I believe, on Cook. And the second team foul.
I mean, leading scorer by a huge margin for Iowa City West, Audrey Cook, averaging over 20 points a game. And no points tonight, but still right in it.
And that one knocked away by Wolf, but she can't bring it down.
Great effort, though. Very heads-up play to have your eyes up.
Went up high, knocked it down. Now West will inbound it. In front of their own bench over there. They throw it long, and that one's going to go out and into reporter's row. And West will inbound it here.
It's really good defense there. They were in good passing lanes, had good angles on it there, so that it was really difficult for them to see. There was an open player under the basket, but there was no way for them to see it.
Right in front of us here, they're inbounding it. Hi, Mom. And here comes Iowa City West. Long three, no good. Almost bounced in off the high bounce. Sahara Williams pulls the rebound down, and she'll bring it up herself. Now pull it out. We'll see if West will try to play for one this time. Gabby Moore over to Sierra Williams. Back to Moore. She'll look at the three and put it up. Good!
Yeah.
Why wait when you got an open look, huh?
Right. I mean, you can't guarantee you're going to have a better look than that.
Lead up to 8 now. The biggest lead of the game for West. And there's a scramble on the floor. Held ball will stay with Iowa City. And Emma Ingersoll-Wang will come back in for an IMT insurance substitution. Learn how you can be worry-free at imtins.com. Oh, good lob into the middle and up and good. Good finish on that, too. By Tate. Tate's first points of the second half, and they come right at the end of the half, and it'll be a 6-point advantage for Waterloo West heading into the final period here at the Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at MidAmerican Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
You are my favorite place to go. You're at the end of my favorite.
You work hard to feed them well. That's why at Fairway, we work hard to give you the freshest produce, the highest quality meat, and the most affordable prices.
That guides me home. I got it.
Fairway Meat and Grocery. It's what we're all about.
Hey fans, as a reminder, Central College has a tuition price less than $20,000. That means the college experience that opens doors for a lifetime is now more affordable than ever. Scholarships are still available. Apply today at central.edu. We go to the fourth quarter, a 6-point lead for Waterloo West. Outscored Iowa City West 16-10 in the third. And now Iowa City West gets the first rebound off the miss to start the fourth quarter.
And really gathered there. Didn't try and push and have a turnover.
It seemed like Waterloo went a little more, as you were saying, to their offense in that third quarter. They go inside and bring it back out. West Iowa City West. Back in, spin around. And nowhere to go, so put it up. Anna Prouty.
Yeah. Well, I mean, once you kind of get them off of you, she kind of slid over to the side and was able to go baseline and hit the shot. It's a great post move. Just took her time.
She'd worry about the block going against a taller player. Now gets it off to Sarah Williams. She'll drive in, through, and little running one-hander is good.
Man, in this second half, Iowa City West really hasn't had an answer for Sahara Williams.
Williams now with 11 points. There's a three, is good.
They needed someone to score, and
Prouty stepping it up.
I guess Prouty's ready, yeah.
Back to a 3-point lead for Waterloo West. This came down to a 3-point ball game when they met in January in their only other meeting. And there's a foul.
It's really not the worst foul because when Haley Polk gets to the hoop, she's generally going to figure out a way to get the ball in the hole.
Still only the third team foul on Iowa City West. They go down to the floor, and they're going to call held ball, and that will go to Iowa City West. One possession ball game here. 2 minutes into the fourth.
Really tried to sell it.
Sarah
there.
Williams, yeah. She was trying to say, no, that should be offensive.
When you're ramming through a screen, it's kind of a tough sell.
And that will now put them in the 1-1, Iowa City West.
Pretty big swing there for them to be able to get in the 1-1. They've been struggling to kind of overcome that hump in the second half.
Audrey Cook to the line, looking for her first points. If she hits it, she'll get the bonus. Cook, as you said, averaged 20.1 points per game That's her first point here. But Mina Tate has picked up the slack with 18.
Certainly.
There's the second one.
Well, and you know, she's not someone who needs to score points to be engaged in the game. She's been great on defense. She's been finding her teammates for open shots. And when she does get to the free throw line like that, she's ready.
6-point lead down to 1. Tony Pappas is going to call a timeout here for Waterloo West. We'll take a break, too. You're watching the Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
At the Girls State Basketball Tournament, presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. Iowa City West talking strategy there in the huddle. Down 1, 6:08 to play. The winner advances to face Johnston Thursday at noon in the semifinal game. The other semifinal features Waukee and Ankeny Centennial. And that was a wild one. Centennial hitting a shot at the buzzer off a weird elbow pass that got inside, and just prior to that, it was a ball that bounced off of Centennial and went in the bucket for the other team to tie it. Here comes Waterloo West. And a push is called as Williams drives to the basket.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, there's not a lot of good options as a defender against someone like Sahara Williams.
Oh, that one gets through the hands and luckily picked up for Waterloo West by Gabby Moore as it almost got away.
Now dead.
Now she's up there, and it's going to go to Iowa City West. I think as she dove for it, she blocked West out of the way, and it just went out of bounds without being touched by Iowa City.
I mean, both teams, just the effort that they're showing.
That's what you call putting it on the floor, literally, here.
Exactly.
With looking a chance to get into the semifinals in 5A. Up top with it, Ingersoll Wang dribbles in. Kicks it out to Tate. Tate drives, down and out, and then a foul will be called on the rebound.
It's a great call. Crowdy was in there ready for the offensive rebound, had it coming right into her hands and got body blocked out of the way. You got to call that because it would have been a putback. But once again, Iowa City West is in the right spot for offensive rebounds, and they get rewarded for it.
And that'll send Prouty to the line the first time today she's been at the line.
She'll get another chance.
Yep, she'll get another one.
Several Iowa City West players kind of stumbled in there. First it was Sierra Moore, and then I believe that Gabby Moore did as well.
Prouty was 7. Looking to make it 8, looking to tie it up here. High archer that goes through this time, and we got a tie ball game.
Yep. Takes full advantage of getting that second chance. That's really big.
And that gives them the lead.
That's huge. You go from no points on that trip to 2.
So the lane violation. Costly. Polk puts it right up, though. She answers. Hallie Polk with 15.
She just seems to will the ball into the hoop.
And Waterloo West back up 1, and Brooklyn Smith thought she was standing straight up, but she kind of leaned in a little, I think.
Hard angle from where we were standing to exact. We get a really good angle on most things. But it's tough to see on that one, but I mean, Iowa City West, they know the position they're in as far as fouls go. They know that they're getting fouled a lot. They've been getting shooting fouls, but even if it's on the floor, they're getting sent to the line either way, and they're being aggressive.
Tied now, again, misses a chance to go ahead. And we're tied at 47. And there's a drive by Polk. And the foul's starting to even up just a little more here.
Yeah, getting closer. Not quite even yet, but man, I mean, Hallie Polk she drives, she gets there, and I mean, it's really, really tough to be able to stay in front of her.
Makes 16 points for her on the day.
And really struggled to start off the game, so really big here ever since the beginning.
And hits both free throws, 4-4 from the free throw line today. And the 2-point lead for Waterloo. Iowa City West, Waterloo West. Bounce pass inside, good look on the cut and just missed it.
It's a great feed, a great find, and just a little bit too strong there. If you maybe just gather with a jump stop, you've got it.
That's where that height, thinking about maybe avoiding the block. Polk drives in, puts it up, gets her own rebound, gets the high bouncer to go.
Man,
wow.
you finally force a miss and just can't secure the rebound. That's really tough.
So Polk with 6 here in the fourth. There's a three. by Wang. 1-point ball game. Full timeout. We'll take a break. You're watching the Girls State Basketball 5A quarterfinal presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
MidAmerican Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Back at the Girls State Basketball Tournament, presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau and the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by MidAmerican Energy. Dar Danielson, Jamie Steyer here as we're looking to set the 5A semifinal field. And stick with us. We'll have the awards presentations and then our Casey's Player of the Game coming up. But what's going on in the huddles now with this late here, Jamie, with 4:25 to play?
Well, I mean, it's more just a sense of trying to maintain your composure. You know, you're at this point in the game because you've been able to do things that you want to do. Both teams have been able at points to dictate what's happening. At this point, it's just going to kind of be a battle of wills of who's going to be stronger, whether Waterloo's going to be able to get to the hoop and quit fouling, or whether Iowa City West is going to win at the free throw line.
Gabby Moore up top to Brooklyn Smith. She drives and is fouled from behind by Anna Prouty.
And once again, we see Waterloo West getting back to what's given them so much success. It's not shooting outside shots. It's feeding the ball down low to either Brooklyn Smith or Sahara Williams and letting them go to work.
Smith to the line, hits it. And the next free throw will be the bonus. Now, finally, Iowa City West only had 2 fouls in the third quarter. Second free throw kisses the front of the rim and goes in, and the lead up to 3 now for Waterloo West. Great ball game here, back and forth. These two teams played to a 3-point game back in January. This one a little more weight on it as the winner advances to the semis. Look at the 3 there for a second. Prouty did. Now the drive and the foul as Ingersoll Wang attacks the basket. And we're now in the double bonus.
Yeah, I mean, fouls have obviously been a factor already as far as going to the free throw line, but every player for Waterloo West on the floor right now, their starters, the only people who have played in the game, now has 3 fouls, which when you come down the stretch could end up being a factor.
1 of 2 from the free throw line. 14 points for Ingersoll Wang, and it's a 2-point ball game.
Stretching out the zone a little bit here.
Throw it over to Gabby Moore. Inside, Sahara Williams down the lane, up and good. Well, you need a bucket. Who do you go to?
Yeah.
Back up to 4. 3-pointer, good!
Wide open.
Tellis, her first points of the fourth quarter. Back to a 1-point ball game. And let's keep it right here. 3:23 to go, 1-point ball game. I think West, you just keep doing what you're doing. Take it inside, hope you get fouled.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Waterloo West has such a significant advantage inside where either they're going to be able to shoot over or through you or you're going to get a foul. You know, there's really no reason to be messing around outside unless you are absolutely wide open. Their number one priority should be getting the ball down low, and Iowa City West, for their part, needs to be able to help down and really pressure the guards. They can't allow the ball to get into the post.
And they got to keep driving when they see the lane and then kick it back out for the three if it's there.
Yep.
Here's Waterloo West with the ball, the 1-point lead here. Looks like they're going to pull it out just a little bit, try to extend that zone out. Oh, and the step through, knocked away. Up ahead for the easy two is Tellis. She makes a defensive play, then gets the payoff on the other end.
And Cook with the great secure and pass as well.
Iowa City West up by 1. They go inside, they call a travel.
She does have the tendency where she either travels or gets extremely close to traveling when she's turning, and especially when Iowa City West has that pressure on her.
Yeah, you're trying to
just
split.
Highlights it.
Trying to split two defenders there. Yeah.
It's hard footwork.
Now West with the 1-point advantage. Down the lane, good look across the lane, up and good.
I mean, there's not a better pass. That's an incredible drive, a perfect find, and a great finish by Mina Tate.
Tate now has 20. Pressure on Waterloo West now. Inside, up and under, and the foul. We'll go against, I think, Prouty.
I mean, they're getting so close, Iowa City West is, on those defensive possessions where they're really pushing the pace, they're really getting them frantic, but as soon as the ball gets inside, they've got that help coming, and is just so close to being able to contest, but just a little bit too much contact.
There's the free throw.
The good thing for Iowa City West is that they were able to get that lead extended past 2 points, so even if this is a make, they still have that 1-point cushion.
And a miss, but the rebound comes right off to Waterloo West. Right back inside, up and good. We're tied again.
And I spoke too soon. There was another option there.
Yeah. Well, you got to secure the rebound,
exactly.
as we talked about.
It's a big assumption sometimes.
Another tie here. Looks like our second tie in the fourth quarter, and there's a foul out front. Go against Polk.
And that'll be 4, which is big, you know.
Yep.
She's had some foul trouble throughout the game. She's had stretches where she'll make a couple in a row and then kind of shores it up. But here she no longer has the option of fouling. And if she does, you're putting in a player that has not played the entire game. Waterloo West has played the entire game with their starters.
Matea Tellis to the free throw line. She's not been at the line today. Hits Snow and rattles out. 64% free throw shooter. Trying to break the tie. Hits it. Iowa City with a 1-point lead.
Waterloo West would probably like to slow it down a little bit, but I don't think Iowa City West is going to let them.
And they're going to call a timeout with 1:58 to play. It'll be a full timeout. We'll take a break. We'll be back with the final 1:58 after this at the Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
At the Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau, Waterloo West calls a timeout, trailing Iowa City West by 1 with the ball. Minute 58 to play in the ballgame. Winner advances to the semis Thursday against defending state champion and number 2 seed Johnston. Polk throws it up, almost has it stolen, and a foul then by Tellis.
Running through the passing lanes. Real close. They've had many a steal in that fashion so far in the second half, but they're just a little bit too late and too much contact there.
To be the 1-and-1 for Gabby Moore here, as that's the 8th team foul. And she misses the front end.
Ends up being a pretty good foul. Now Iowa City West has the option to slow it down.
Tellis drives, kicks it, and
thought someone was filling behind.
Was looking for that corner, but nobody was there. And things ratchet up a little bit when the semifinals are on the line here.
Exactly, and now going to have more pressure, a lot of intense pressure here.
Gabby Moore back over to Polk. She'll pull it out to Moore.
Sagging back into passing lanes a little bit as opposed to trying to get the steal. They're trying to prevent balls getting inside.
Polk for three. It's off, no good. Rebound. They got the run out. Up and missed it. And it'll stay, though, with Iowa City West.
And that was tough. Audrey Cook was just half a step too far out when she launched and just kind of crotched it there. But great follow by Prouty.
And we talked about it, that pressure. You don't know how far behind you the defense is. You got a little longer floor here at the state tournament. But you're right. She just took off just a little early. But now the timeout to talk it over. And we'll see if they try to pull it out or they work with a 1-point lead. It's kind of hard in a one-possession game, just 1 point to pull it out and burn the clock off because you can foul them and then you put them to the line.
Right. So it does feel like, considering how many times they've been sent to the free throw line, you think maybe you pull it out, try and take a little bit of time, anticipating that there's a pretty good chance you get fouled at some point on that play.
In the possession, Well,
run in circle. Classic play. Ran it back in my day.
And it'll stay with Iowa City West. They ran the circle and then
looks like they're going to do the same. Just trying to get the ball in.
Just try to create some confusion.
No specific shot that they're looking for. Just trying to get the ball in.
But Waterloo West kind of stays in a 2-3, then picks them up. And now they get it in. Lose it. Had the breakaway up ahead. Up and good for Sahara Williams. Waterloo back up by one, under a minute to play. Hang on. Bounce pass to the corner, over to Prouty. Looked at the three, now puts up the three. Good!
Wow, I mean, she's had that range. She's made that shot several times. You have to get out on her, but then she gets an even better shot out of it.
Ingersoll Wang gives Iowa City a 2-point lead. Polk will drive, stops, double team, gets it over. Almost a foul. Right side. Try to go across the top, picked off.
Gonna get fouled most likely.
And he goes all the way coast to coast. Tellis for the bucket. 4-point lead, 16.9 to play. Some big defensive plays there by Iowa City.
Huge. I mean, it goes from a big three to a huge steal.
So timeout called, and now, well, you can go for a two if you're Waterloo West, but then you got to foul right away when they get it in.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's almost whatever good look you have.
Because there's one timeout left for each team here, and that's more important for Waterloo West, trailing by 4.
I would anticipate looking for Polk for a three. She hit one as they called the timeout, kind of shrugged her shoulders like, oh, we could have probably used that one.
Because if you can get a three, then you could foul, and then they've got to make both shots, and you're still in it coming down the floor. So
you never lose the ability to tie the game.
Yeah. So West will inbound it right here in front of us on the Girls Digital Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. We've had a couple close ball games here. Last one decided in the final 6 seconds on a wild elbow pass by Centennial. Now can Waterloo West come back, tie it up, or take a lead here? Got a lot of work to do. They get into Polk. Polk in, puts up a three. She gets fouled.
Oh, everyone in the gym knows that that's going up, and I know exactly what Ingersoll Wang was trying to do. She was trying to tie up the ball. You know, she was trying to get that jump ball called. Polk obviously is an extremely aware player, so being able to launch that one and draw the foul, but you know exactly what Ingersoll Wang was trying to do, and it was a good idea.
Hits the first free throw, so now you get the free throws, then you can pressure on the inbound too.
Absolutely. They're in a great spot there if she can get all three.
It's the second one. I'm not going to say what she's done at the free throw line. I do not want to bring in the announcer jinx to this. There it is. There's 7 of 7 from the free throw line. That's 22 points for Polk. We'll take a break. Final 12.5 coming up on the girls at the Girls State Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Here at the Girls State Basketball Tournament, West fans, little something to cheer about right now. They have it down to a 1-point lead with 12.5 to play. The Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. Dar Danielson, Jamie Steyer. And we talked about it now. They've got a inbound under their own bucket. And I think you try to go for the steal. If you don't get it, you foul right away because there's not a lot of clock.
Yeah. And they've got an all guard lineup out there, so able to stay with the ball. They're not going to have someone on the ball. Instead, Sahara Williams is going to be back to help so that no one can go long like they're about to do.
They do send somebody long, but they don't get it in there. Now they're going to have to foul right away, and they do. Is that Polk? If it's Polk, she's done.
It did seem like it may be.
Yeah. No, they're not going to be on her. It's going to be on Jade Domatab.
All right.
So it'll come down, and Mina Tate, who's got 20 points, hasn't been to the free throw line today yet. Will shoot 2 here. Misses the first one. So now you know you only need it 2 if she hits this.
Yeah, I mean, you send your posts back in and they're ready. You know, they're going to be down there running to the hoop because either you get a layup, you get a foul.
Second one is good.
Definitely needed the second one. Now you really pressure the three-point line, and if it goes to overtime, it goes to overtime.
Here comes Polk. Pull up. Short. Rebound on the floor. Iowa City West will win it. Iowa City West will come away 65-63. And a wild one. And Emma, I'd say Ingersoll Wang would be our Casey's player of the game.
I mean, the shots that she hit were deep, but they were clutch. Whenever they needed a 3, whenever they needed someone to hit that shot, she was first to step up. And it was a tough decision between her and Mina Tate. Both of them stepping up with Audrey Cook in some foul trouble, just wasn't able to produce at the level she usually does. But everyone else was able to step up so well for Iowa City West.
The Iowa Farm Bureau, proud title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Presenting awards from the IGHSAU are Gary Ross and Gene Berger. Congratulations to head coach Dr. Anthony Pappas and the Wahawks from West Waterloo on an outstanding basketball season. And now, Mina Tate will advance her team to the next round in the official bracket at center court. Iowa City West fan, your team advances to the 5A semifinals and will play Johnston on Thursday at noon. Fans, on behalf of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, we thank you for your support and attendance today. As a reminder, please exit the arena through the north doors so we can prepare for the next game.
Time for our Casey's Player of the Game. Casey's is proud to sponsor the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, today's Player of the Game. Casey's is at the heart of many Iowa communities, cheering on our local teams and fans and making sure there's fresh pizza ready to go, win or lose. Sign up for the new Casey's Rewards program that gives back by letting you redeem points for Casey's cash, fuel discounts, or donations to local schools. Emma Ingersoll-Wang, the 5'5 junior, she had 8 points in the fourth quarter when they really needed it, Jamie, and pulled them through there.
Yeah, I mean, 3 points in the first half, ended up with 17. I mean, those are clutch baskets. She was always ready, and the thing that she did so well was when she was drawing the defense, she was ready to pass as well. She made some really, really great passes, and I mean, really just a heck of a performance for her.
And that's with Audrey Cook, their leading scorer at 20 points a game with 2 today.
Yeah.
So, you know, she stepped up and was able to
That's a team performance right there. That's,
Yeah.
I mean, Cook, obviously a great player, contributed in many other ways, but a lot of the defense for Waterloo West was focused on her, and so other people needed to be able to score, and they sure did.
Well, for running down the scoring, 6, 7. For Waterloo West, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13, 26 for Haley Polk, I believe, 16 for Sahara Williams, 13 for Gabby Moore, 7 for Brooklyn Smith, Sarah Moore with 3. And we talked about it, Mina Tate with 21, 8 for Maya Tellis, 17 for Emma Ingersoll-Wang, 9 for Anna Prouty, 2 each for Lucy Wolf and Alea Lacey. It was 12-11 Iowa City after one, 27 all at the half, 43-37 Waterloo at the end of 3, and then 65-63 Iowa City downs Waterloo West. Well, pleasure working with you. I think we'll see we've got that Johnston Iowa City West game, I think.
Yes.
We're back next together.
It's going to be a heck of a game.
On Thursday. That should be a good one, too.
Looking forward to it.
For Jamie Steyer, Anna, our producer, I'm Dar Danielson. That's going to wrap it up with the Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.